De Ligt,
Yes.
the De Ligt sticking point. I don't think there's any escaping the fact that I thought he did all right for an hour, but you could find fault in all three of his goals. Now, he's obviously very young. We'll give him a pass, new culture, all this other stuff. It was very hot and muggy as well. Maybe he's not used to that. I don't know. But I think to me what this says, I'd love to know what you guys think about it, is that A, he's certainly a better fit. He would have been a better fit alongside Chiellini or even Demiral than Bonucci. And B, is it kind of chickens coming home to roost a little bit in the sense that De Ligt is a phenomenal player who can become the best defender in the world for many years, possibly. But what he's not is he's not a phenomenal athlete. Yeah. And a lot of times when you have very young players,
you made this point last year.
Yeah, I think we saw that. You know, he'll work within a system. He can make up for it with his intelligence. He's obviously tall and strong and jumps well and is very skillful, but you can't really go and fudge that. You know, that one the one instance when I think it was for the second goal when they're all running back towards the goal,
and he just looks like
he's spent. In fact, you see Bonucci turning, it's like being like, "Where the hell is he?" You know,
where have you gone?
Yeah.
Concern.
I think the concern is that he's, and of course, you know, we heard him a week ago. We talked about it. Sounded like, you know, he was surprised he wasn't starting. The concern is that now he has to play, or at least if he doesn't, then who plays? Because
Demiral.
maybe it should be. Maybe it should be. But then how does that?
Demiral's a better partner for Bonucci.
It was easy to put Chiellini and Bonucci out there and say, this is why we're not starting our 75 million euro
now we're not starting you behind some Turkish dude who nobody'd ever heard of until a year ago.
And you know, him and Bonucci, that's not really the partnership. But the partnership, Chiellini and him, it works. It's not just about Chiellini being a sort of more steady hand next to him. It's about what they give you as defenders. And I don't think that, I mean, petty thing, it might seem like a small thing. De Ligt started on you know, the opposite side of defence to where he used to start at Ajax. Like, these things are all just suboptimal, and now the pressure is going to be so much more intense on him. It doesn't bother me that he's 20 years old and has mistakes in his game. He did have a bad game, but it bothers me now that Juventus are in a spot where I think whichever way they turn on this, it's going to become problematic for them.
Okay, this is absolutely not the way to run a big club. If Milan are happy to put Piontek on the bench, then good for them. This isn't a team that we're going to only play the Galacticos because this is how much money we spent on them. This is obviously a time where he needs to embed himself. At least Demiral has played in Serie A before, so that's one of their explanations. We had this discussion, and you had this discussion rather on ESPN, in which people were surprised that De Ligt didn't start, and it was
let's name him Stevie and Craig.
Stevie and Craig, and it was like, well, listen, it's not like, you know, some Smalling playing in the back. Oh, sorry, Roma fans, but you know, this is like Chiellini and Bonucci, and now we can see how much the team suffers without an emotional and a perfect leader really in defense. Chiellini is so important for that side. But when it comes to De Ligt, what I thought was interesting was Koeman had come out and said physicality means a lot in Netherlands and positioning means everything in Italy. And I do think that's going to take a while for him, but if that means that Demiral starts and then the optics are not great, then I'm sorry, we are trying to win trophies here. We are not trying to just satisfy commercial revenues. And those who speak of it.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.